What's up, guys? I want to talk to you guys today about the next 10 years of your life, okay? Nobody's going to save you, literally. Nobody is going to come and save you. You have to be willing to save yourself. During this whole pandemic, everything shut down. Everybody was left to fend for themselves. And most of us rely on the government to come and save us, but the reality is they're not going to save you. You have to be willing to risk what you currently have right now to build what you want. And it all starts with self-development. You literally have to develop yourself, and it all starts with reading. You have to read, and you also have to be very mindful of what you're consuming on a day-to-day basis. The music, the social media, what you watch, what you surround yourself with, all those things impact you, okay? It really impacts you, right? You might not think it, but subconsciously, it is impacting you and it's affecting your decision that you make, because if you're constantly consuming content or music or following people, right, that are just pouring negativity and the wrong things into your system, you are literally aligning yourself with those beliefs, and those beliefs end up translating into your actions, right? So you really have to be very mindful of what you consume. And if you want to really build a successful business, successful life, you really have to start unplugging people that are draining you, right? Think about this analogy. So some people are like a AA battery. A AA battery can only power up a remote control, right? That means that if you have a AA battery, you don't have enough energy to really go out there and knock it out and do what you got to do to build your life, right? Some other people are like generators. They can literally light up a whole block, right? Now what happens is, if you're a generator and everybody's plugged into you, taking all your energy, guess what? You're gonna have a shortage, which is gonna be a power outage, out of power, right? So you have to start unplugging people that are taking away from you and not adding value. And it's hard to do. Trust me, I'm doing it right now. It is hard to do. But in the process of unplugging everybody, right, you're gonna have enough energy to light up the whole block, to build that business, and then you can now actually be in a better position to start helping these individuals that need help, right? But before you save anybody else, you gotta save yourself. If the plane is crashing, what happens? Put the mask on first, then you help the next person, right? But the problem is, in today's society, we want to help everybody else without helping ourselves. You have to put yourself in a better position before you can help anybody. Like right now, I'm helping myself. I've cut everybody off. I'm working, I'm grinding, I'm trying to build. In the process of me building, I'm in a better position to help other individuals grow, right? So it really comes back to this. I want you guys to understand what the 4 quadrants are, okay? The 4 quadrants are Robert Kiyosaki's, and it's very simple. The first quadrant is the employee box, right? As an employee, you want safety, security, 401k. You want to retire at 60. You live a very comfortable life, right? That's most of the population. They are employees. Right under the employee box is self-employed. Now these are lawyers, doctors, where that they essentially have a skill, right? And then they provide that skill to the market. However, they're still employees except they work for themselves, right? If they don't go to work, money does not come in. So some of us are self-employed. In the third quadrant, this is the business owner, right? As business owners, we are leaders. We are individuals that, build teams, and then essentially we want to grow a business outside of us. So if we leave for a year and we come back to our business has grown already, right? It's grown because we put the right people in place to essentially grow that business. And right under the business owner is an investor. The investor makes his money go to work. That's either investing in real estate, in the stock market. However you invest, right? You invest your money and it comes back with more friends, right? So to be successful, you have to be on the side where the business owner and the investor is, right? Now, most of us are on the right side, which is the employee and the self-employed. Now, as self-employed and an employee, what happens, right? You're essentially trading time for money. Even if you're self-employed, if you leave your business for a year and come back, guess what? It's probably going to fail because you're not there to run everything, right? So you really want to understand what quadrant you are in and get your mindset in the quadrant where you want to be. You might currently be an employee, and that's completely fine, but your mindset can be in the business owner, right? And if your mindset's in the business owner, you're naturally going to move a certain way because you're going to believe and have a perspective of, hey, I'm going to be a business owner, so let me start acting like a business owner. In the process of acting like a business owner, guess what's going to happen? You're going to become a business owner, right? So you really have to understand what the 4 quadrants are. And once you understand that, you have to mentally put yourself in those quadrants, and then you might physically be, in an employee or self-employed, but you have to move as if you are in the quadrant where you want to be. In the process of doing that, you will naturally get to that quadrant, right? So, and now the next thing I want you to really focus on is the 4 levels of actions, okay? The 4 levels of actions are very simple. They dictate everything that we do, right? The first level is retreat. You might watch this video and say, Desmond, he's full of shit. I want to do anything, and retreat and go back home. That's one, right? You retreat. The second action is no action. You can watch this video. It comes in and it goes out. You keep scrolling. That's fine too, right? The third level is normal levels of actions where you watch this video, it makes sense, you start implementing it at a slow rate. You're implementing, taking your time here and there, right? That's fine. The fourth level of action is how you really build success, and that's massive action. That's you saying, hey, you know what? This makes sense. I'm going to implement this. I'm going to make it happen. I'm going to start reading. I'm going to start studying, right? I'm going to cut people off that are draining me and not empower me to become great, right? Like literally, to be successful, you have to take massive action you have to take massive action in the same direction with persistence and consistency over a period of time, and you will see the results that you want to see. But it all starts with you saying, hey, and making the decision. I'm going to want to build a better life. I don't want to depend on anybody to write my check to feed my family. I'm going to make it happen because at the end of the day, it's still on you. If you're an employee, guess what? You still got to go to work. You still got to get up and go to work, right? If you're self-employed, you still got to get up and go to work. If you're a business owner, you don't got to get up, but you do because you love what you do, right? So you really have to find that thing that gets you to wake up every single morning and motivates you to really want to be great, right? And the problem is most of us have not had that, right? But to be able to have that revelation, you have to be seeking that revelation, right? And how do you seek those revelations? You have to start reading. You have to start studying. You have to start literally thinking about what you want, writing those goals down and align that with your business, right? Not in your business, with the lifestyle that you want to live, okay? So you really have to take action and say, hey, you know what? Nobody's going to come save me, and start implementing processes that can help you get to your goals. Because in the next 10 years, you're either going to be in the same position or you're going to be in a better position, right? Or you're going to be in the worst scenario. Now, 20 years from now, your kids are going to ask you, hey, dad, hey, mom, what were you doing during the pandemic? Oh, I sat on to watch TV all day. Oh, I didn't study. I didn't do anything, right? Now, is that why we have a shitty life right now? Probably, right? But let's see you then look back and say, hey, Pops, what did you do in the pandemic? You said, well, during the pandemic, I was able to learn, grow. I created a business and the business grew, because usually after a recession or I guess a pandemic, right? Guess what happens? Everything goes up because everything's already so low. Like right now, it is so hard to get customers, right? Whatever business it is, it's not hard. It's right now, people are not buying right now because everything is shut down, right? Now imagine everything opens up. Everybody's gonna have money to spend. Yes, because they're gonna need to stimulate the economy, which leads me back to government contracting, right? Look, the government's gonna be pumping money into the economy. Like when this thing's over, they're gonna be pumping money into the economy. They're already doing it right now. And the best way to be on the receiving end of this is to do government contracting. The government prints money, they give it to businesses, and the businesses hire employees to pay the bills, to pay the taxes, right? And the businesses hire employees who in turn pay the taxes back to the government. So right now, if you're an employee, you're literally paying the bill for the government, right? Because you're a taxpayer. But if you're a business owner and you're doing government contracting, you can leverage government contracting to grow your business and then hire employees who don't know about government contracting, or you can actually empower them to learn about government contracting so you can partner together and then overall scale. But overall, right now is the best time to start your business. And for the next 10 years, if you don't start this year, I don't know when you're gonna start. The best time to start is now. I know this went more than 3 minutes, but overall, definitely take some action because it's a new year, right? You want to grow, you want to build a life that you deserve. You want to, be like, driving the Lambos and all these things, right? You want to have a good life, take all these trips. It requires work, okay? It requires work. What you want is freedom. You don't want to be working. You want the freedom to do whatever you want to do when you want to do. And to do that, you have to be a business owner. You literally have to be. There's no other way for you to get what you want without being a business owner. There's literally no other way. No other way, right? So you can start a small business and just make a little bit of money so you can actually do what you want. Or you can get a job and work for somebody else and they tell you when to come to work, how much you're going to get paid, and just limit you. But overall, you have to essentially be self-sufficient. You have to take care of yourself and you have to put yourself first. If people don't align, if people don't want you to do that, right, it's time to unplug them because they are draining you, okay? And if people keep draining you, guess what? You're going to have a shortage and you're going to go, right? So overall, take action, learn from this. It's a new year. Let's go out there and dominate. I'm going to be dominating, okay? I'm going to literally step on the gas this year. All about the fourth level of action, right? Massive action. So go take some massive action. While you do that, definitely like the video and share the video. Leave a comment if it made sense. And I will see you on the next one.